What's up, my crypto legends? How are you guys doing today? Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin. Time is running out because we are getting squeezed into this kind of symmetrical triangle. There's lower highs and higher lows here, and we've just got a couple of more days before we actually squeeze out. Are we going to break to the upside, to the downside? Well, we don't actually really know, but we can find opportunities inside of the range. All right, we did have the 4 o'clock news, Central European time from the US. It did have a little bit of volatility. We can see the S&P 500 having that hit, okay, at 4 o'clock already on the US Open at 3:30 Central European time. We can see the drop on the S&P 500, so that news was not good for the stock market. We did see a little bit of volatility to the downside on Bitcoin. Also, it was actually a pretty good opportunity. We can take a zoom in, all right, because we're still range trading, guys. We do not know clearly if we are going to continue here to the downside, finally breaking below $19,500, or are we going to finally break above the lower highs here with a lot of volume and have a little bit of continuation to the upside? This is something that we do not know yet because we are just range trading. Well, inside the range, there is opportunities, and I'm going to go through the comment section right away. I need you to smash up the like button, guys. Let's try and get to 200 likes, over 200 people on the live stream at this moment for this educational content. There has been an insane opportunity here on the 1 minute time frame, right? When we range trading, if we do get that volatility to the downside, let me just go to the 1 minute chart and explain, one of the strategies that we have been talking about for the last couple of months right now. If we do take a look at this kind of price action, right, we are having this kind of price action here to the downside. It was looking pretty good. Let me just explain why. This is the 1 minute chart, okay? I mean, it's the 1 minute chart. Let me just get the VPVR out of the way. 1 minute chart, and we had a pretty decent resistance level right over here, okay? Just right there, where the price action was getting very much respected as resistance and as support. Why? Well, we can see the bounces right over here. This was in between, very early this morning and right now, okay? This is price action from early this morning. So we can see right over here, this resistance touch. What price level is this? 19,825, okay? $19,825. We can see right there how it has been a very good resistance turning into support. We actually broke above that level and managed to hold it as resistance. Of course, we bounced a couple of times. We can see one wick right there. We had another bounce right over here. What happened when we zoom in, okay, from this important level at the $19,825 approximately, if we zoom in, we can see this level right over here, and there's been two opportunities right there being broken with a large amount of volume. We are breaking a level that has been respected today to perfection about 5 times, guys. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This level every time, 6 actually right there on the 1 minute. This level every time it's hit, it's getting a kind of a bounce, being resistance right there or being support. So the best opportunity scenario, and this is the kind of strategy that I talk about almost every single day, is breaking out from a major support level. Wait for the breakout with large volume. What happened, and this was just, less than an hour ago, we had the breakdown from this support level with large volume. Do you trade the breakout? No, you wait for the retracement all the way up to that level, 19,820. We can see we had one touch coming down to retest the lows. We even came back up again and came back down and retested the lows. But the ideal entry was this one right over here, the first one. I wouldn't have entered the second one. We're having a little bit of pumpy action at this moment. Is the S&P 500 getting a little bit of a bounce? We'll be analyzing what scenarios could happen, because if we do see Bitcoin getting above this level with some pretty nice volume, it's going to be looking pretty good. But I want a spike in volume. I want, a big breakout with volume. If not, I am not interested. As you can see on the 1 minute chart, guys, we can see right there that we did get that breakdown. Boom, boom. These are quick little scalp movements. This is on the 1 minute. This is a 5 minute trade. But you can clearly see how it has been respected. The support has resistance right there as soon as you have the breakdown with volume. Absolutely crazy. So that was one opportunity right there. Where was the second opportunity? Well, if you take a look at the large volume level here, right, you could arguably discuss this low, so in between these two levels, right? These two levels is where you are interested if you have a solid breakdown with some decent volume to that retracement back up to this range, right? I'm talking right now about the $19,768. You can see this nice candlestick right there. Had a little bit of price action to the downside, but there is volume, right? There is big volume. It's okay volume, but the big one is right there. So as you can see right here, you are starting to break down on the 1 minute chart, and you have some pretty decent volume compared to the bullish volume, right? Bullish volume has disappeared, as you can see on the volume range, right? When you are retracing, the bullish momentum is losing power. Once you break the lows, you are gaining in volume. So there was another quick, nice scalping opportunity here on the 1 minute chart. 3 minute of a trade, guys. If you use a bit of leverage, you can make some pretty nice gains on these small little movements. You're in a downtrend, you want to go with the trend inside of those retracements. So right there, you can see how we exactly, after these two big volume breakouts, you got this one, the first one, being respected after the breakout, coming up, bang, hit the resistance, come back down to retest the lows. So you're in and you're out, because you do not know if you are going to chop action and reverse, create a double bottom. You might break down. Nobody knows. But we do know if you break down levels with volume and retrace to those levels, you are having high probability trade scenarios right there. This was just about half an hour ago. Right now we are hitting a resistance level. So what I would be interested here at this range is a setup to. What the hell is a setup to? Well, it's the price action reversing from the actual trend. So if we do get this breakout from the 19,820 successfully, we're just getting resistance at that level at this moment as we're speaking. I want to see big spike, bang, in volume. Then I know that it is likely that on the retracement, if we do have low volume, we are likely to get a retest of the highs. It's a very significant level. We're just getting rejected from that level at this moment. But why wouldn't I trade this as a short position? Because we have already retested it here a few times. There is a possibility, if it was an untapped level, if we broke down here, we didn't untap this level, then I would have said, you know, potentially we are going to get that rejection. We've been respecting this range several times. But as it's the third touch, I am not interested. I am mainly interested on the first touch, okay, as the resistance after the breakout. So smash up the like button, guys, if you did like that brief explanation here of these trading opportunities. Now let's see during the live stream on the 1 minute chart, if we do manage to get a scalping opportunity. I will scalp live if we do have a solid breakout on the 1 minute with a big spike in volume. I will get into that retracement if I do like it. We're probably just going to consolidate and continue up. But if we do get down to that retracement, I will potentially do this long live on Bybit, okay? So make sure to get ready. Let's see if we do manage to get that breakout, because I want to do some more live trading. Take a look at the 1 minute, 3 minute chart so we can actually take opportunities here. I can take opportunities and you can see it live, okay? This is the most important thing for me. You want to see live trading. So let's see if we do get that solid breakout from this level. And I would be very much interested in a potential scalp opportunity and explaining, you know, how much I'm risking, okay? It'll be less than 5%, than 10%, obviously. 5% is going to be 1% approximately if I do get into a scalp of my position, and show you how I am looking for this scenario to play out. So let's see, we're having another attempt right now to hit this level, 19,820 range. We've got one rejection. Let's see what happens on the next attempt. If we do get that solid bid breakout, then it's going to be looking pretty good for a nice scalp live, guys. Remember, if you are experienced on Bybit, you do have a bunch of cryptos, you do get an insane bonus down below, okay, of up to $4,550. I know it says 4,450, but they upgraded their bonus just yesterday. I need to upgrade the description. So check it out, guys. You can claim it at the rewards hub. $4,550 can be claimed at the rewards hub. Let's go through the comment section right away and let's see. This level is probably going to get rejected. Let me just go to the 5 minute. Yeah, we're already getting rejected. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it is also a potential short. But just because we have retested this level already, right there, I'm not interested. So yeah, my highest probability scenario would be having that break up here on the lower time frames from this zone for that quick little scalp. And for scalping, you need to push leverage on scalping, all right? Something like 60x, 70x. Because there's so small movements, these movements that I'm explaining to you, okay? If you use a 5, 10x or 20x, you're hardly going to make any gains. You need to go pretty aggressive on scalping opportunities, because this movement over here was only 0.27%, right? You need a 100x to make 20% gains. This move over here on the 1 minute, the next one was slightly a bit more. This one right there, where we did have that bounce here from this volume level. This one to the lows was about 0.40%. So you want to use, you know, 70, 80x even to make some pretty nice gains on that movement. You need to go aggressive on your leverage when you're doing small moves. When news, says Bogo Fan, news was at 4 o'clock, okay? Trading economics, okay, this is the page that I use to take a look at the news events. It has all the news, big news around the world, basically. So yeah, the news was already 50 minutes ago. We did have a little bit of volatility to the downside, not much. Now we're getting a little bit of a reversal on the S&P 500. S&P 500 is getting a little bit of a bounce. Let's see what Bitcoin does. Racing Pixel, Scotty, Seb, Mark Dutch, thank you guys for joining the live stream. You guys are insane. It is time to go through the comment section. You know my take here on Bitcoin. On the larger time frames, I am not interested in swing long or swing short, meaning I'm not ready for a swing long or a swing short position, having a trade for over 2 days at this moment, okay, for like 1 week or 2 weeks, because I do not know where the price is really going to go. Are we going to break up here and have a little bit of price action to the upside, or break down solidly with large volume? I am just staying cautious with my swing trades, but I am getting aggressive with my scalping and day trading. If we are inside a range, sometimes people are very, very bored with this kind of price action. We've been in here for about 10 days approximately, inside of, in between 20,400 and 19,400, just inside a $1,000 range in Bitcoin for 10 days. And this is really boring, right? We want to see $1,000 pumps, $2,000 pumps in 1 day on Bitcoin. We're not used to this kind of boring price action, but these are really great opportunities, guys. If you are trading the range, all right, you can, there's massive opportunities in shorts and longs, even in the middle of the area. If you get I got into a couple of trades here. I explained them the last few days on the 2nd of September. And also there was a great one right here that I did not enter. I entered the one here at this resistance zone. It was a massive, great trade that I made here, hitting the value area high, hitting the resistance zone, knowing that it's likely that we're still going to range trade here for a few more days. So incredible short right there at this level, and then explaining, how in the middle of the range, you can still take opportunities. There was an insane opportunity right there. This was explained also on the 3rd of September. Let me just go recap on that situation for anybody that is new on the stream, wants to know why was that a good opportunity. Basically, in the middle of the range, right? Doesn't it mean when you are in the middle of a range that this is no man's land? How do you know we're going to get a bounce, or how do you know we're going to get a pump or a dump? Well, it's just range trading, level to level, okay? Inside of this center bit, we can see the price of Bitcoin, okay? Right there, this is on the 1 hourly. You could actually zoom in onto the 30-minute or the 15-minute. We can go to the 30-minute, for example, but so you can see the candlesticks better. But 30-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour, ideal would have been 15 minutes to see the levels, but this was an insane level right over here. As you can see, at that moment, it was the point of control. Point of control meaning that most of the volume has been traded at that exact range, the $20,000. A lot of volume right there, a lot of price action here, a lot of price action here, and also you are seeing the reaction on the price action there, getting those bounces. So what happened afterward? This is what we talk a lot of the times. Wait till a level has been broken. In this case, we had this one. When I did the live stream, we were inside of this range. Okay, we actually dropped down. But in this area, we were talking about this, being a massive, insane opportunity right there. $20,000 range, okay? Give or take $20, $30 because of these little wicks, but you can see a very respected level. You had that breakdown, you had the news volatility, you see, big news volume, well aware of this scenario. This news volume for me is fake volume. News volume is fake volume. You cannot use news volume hardly in technical analysis. It will be respected sometimes, but a lot of the times it won't. News volume is just or a hype or massive panic, basically panic selling or hype buying. So it's not very relative on the chart. Once we saw this breakdown from this level, $19,980 approximately, right? Just slightly below $20,000. We got that breakdown with a spike of volume. There was a pretty nice spike in volume despite this one here to the upside. We broke the support level. The beautiful rejection that we did get from this resistance zone to retest the lows here was absolutely phenomenal. I did not short this, but I would have shorted it. I was too distracted with my other short over here, which was absolutely crazy. I did over a 6-to-1 risk to reward on this trade. This trade here from the 2nd of September. So inside of the range, there is opportunities, and this is what we want to try and see and prove here. With good risk management, you can make some pretty nice gains inside of the range. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. I'm going to go through the comment section, sorry, because I know we got a super chat. I know I've got a super chat. I am willing to long this scalp level over here. If we do get a solid breakout, bang, with high volume, I will be scalping live this if it does happen. Right, let me go through the comment section, guys. Sorry, I needed to keep that first 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes of educational content to see what has happened, explaining with price action and volume. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash up the like button if you enjoyed it. It's extremely easy, okay? Really, really easy kind of strategy, and it does work. So smash up the like button, guys. This is what you want. You want easy explanations of what is happening on the chart just by looking at price action, levels, and volume. Yo, Market M, how are you doing? Robin Steven, hello Andy. How is the news affecting the market? Well, it looks like that the S&P 500 got a drop, but it's getting a little bit of a relief rally at the moment. So potentially, are we going to go lower? This is the question. You can see here on the 4-hourly chart, it's just a wick here to the downside. What I do know is that the DXY did get some pumpy action also on the news. We did see some price action. No, it's actually getting rejected. It was already pumping. DXY still looking bullish, but it's having very, very choppy action. This is not the kind of price action I want to see, because when this happens, this is poised for a major correction. When you have this kind of choppy action, you want to see big breakouts, big movements to the upside to confirm that momentum. There is a little bit of lost momentum here for the last, 10-20 days approximately. You can see there's a loss in momentum right there. You are creating higher highs, but there's not big movements like we had right there, right? So, yeah, it's a little bit difficult here on the DXY because it's hitting the resistance trend line here every single time also. Yeah, it could be poised for a correction, but it's making higher highs. It's still continuing up. There's no reason really to become bearish, just cautious because of the loss of momentum here a little bit. So yeah, let me go through the comment section right away. John Edge, always know I'm going to like the stream before Andy is even on. Well, I'm reading the live the comment section really late. Let's go. I'm in $1,600 down, but let's go, says Tausef. Wow. Hope you are safe. Hope you protect your position. Hope you're not risking more than you're willing to lose. John Edge, don't tell me you were in on the Sheldon Burn trade. I guess that was for someone in the comment section. What is the next crippling play for Bitcoin? Andy says Mercurix. Well, like I said, we don't really know if it's going to pump or dump, but what we do have is very important levels here on Bitcoin. If I just take a look at the 5-minute, we're talking about this major resistance zone. We're getting that reaction. If I'm waiting for a big solid breakout here, maybe to 19.9 K level, maybe slightly higher. And if it does retrace, I will be looking for that long, okay, with a tight stop loss. Let's see what happens. Are we going to manage to break resistance? Scalp live. What's result inflation? We didn't have inflation news today. What's on my Crypto Legends? Game Gab, how are you? Right, let me take a look at the super chat here from Game Gab. The man, the myth, the crypto legend, Andy Ethereum TA, please. Is there a scalp opportunity to short Ethereum right now? Thank you, says Game Gab. Thanks for the insane super chat. Moderators here giving me the support and telling me about the super chat. Thank you, mods. Let's take a look at Ethereum. The man, the myth, the legend. Thanks, Game Gab, for that insane comment. Let's take a look at Ethereum right away and see what's going on. You're looking for a potential short Ethereum right now, short opportunity. I'm going to say one thing. We are in a kind of an uptrend right now on Ethereum. Is the price action getting exhausted? I mean, you could arguably discuss kind of is, right? With slightly higher highs. What happened right there on Ethereum, if we do take a look at the lower time frames, it's pretty funny because, yeah, you have these opportunities so many times. Sometimes it's 5-6 times a day. Sometimes you won't see an opportunity in that day. I mean, I do not trade every single day. I mean, there are days that I don't trade. But looking at Ethereum, we are in an uptrend, okay? And I know we've got big resistance level at 1,700. 1,700 has got to be the biggest resistance zone of Ethereum, okay? We did manage to break up, but came straight back down as we were creating an ascending wedge scenario, and we were breaking down. So the likelihood in continuation to the downside was very, very high. $1,700 being insane support back in May, where we created the descending triangle with selling pressure, finally broke down. And it was the summer lows of 2021. Summer lows of 2021 bouncing consistently at 1,700. As you can see here on the chart, just slightly above 1,700. This is why I got this box. So this is going to be strong resistance level. We're just underneath the 1,700, almost touched it the last hour. So if we take a look at the 1 hourly, if you are looking for scalping opportunities, and you need to go with the trend, right? You need to go with the trend. Don't try and find a scalping opportunity when you have been trading for the last week in an uptrend, okay? Unless you're trying to get the top right kind of thing. But going with the trend and getting into the retracements is better for this scalping opportunity. If you have been trading in an uptrend here for the last 6-7 days, you just want to go to the 15-minute chart, for example. And if you are in an uptrend, it's going to be easier to look for scalping opportunities, right? Because you want to get into the retracement. I'm going to go to the 30 minutes, okay? So we can zoom out a little bit here so you guys can see it, of a potential, this trade that just happened. It was early this morning, very, very early this morning. But if you see a high here on Ethereum with this amount of volume, this is a very strong level. This is very much a lot of buying pressure. If you get this retracement on Ethereum with very low volume, you are potentially likely going to retest the highs. So highs were retested, as you can see here on the chart, from this large volume high. The highs were retested. What happened here on this retest? It broke. It broke with okay volume, compared to the volume that we've had, during the day and yesterday. There was no volume. We had a spike in green volume, breaking the resistance. What happened? We actually got supported here at this $1,630, where we do have the high volume range from the 2nd of September. Right there, it was just a quick break up, come down, test the support level, and come back to the highs. Look how the highs is a take profit area. We always want to take profit at the highs, no matter what. If you are long in a retracement, you are aiming for the highs. The highs are always likely to be retested. This is why we have double tops or triple tops or swing failure patterns, because the price usually goes up there to retest the highs. Very rarely, and it does happen, but very rarely you're going to see, a big spike without being retested, right, in the shorter time frames. You're always going to have another wick to the upside, retesting the highs, right? So you want to get into this first little move to the upside, this first retracement. So in the case of Ethereum, just a few hours ago, we got that really nice trade. It's a small trade. It's a very, very small trade. Well, in the case of Ethereum, you got more percentage. You're going from 1,630 to the highs. It's about a 2% move. It's good enough. You're using quite a bit of leverage. You can make some pretty nice gains. So that would be the scalping long opportunity right there, just showing you with the volume, right? Breaking the volume range, bouncing here as support, retesting the highs. Now the question is, what is going on with our price of Ethereum? Is it getting exhausted? Well, it looks like that we are getting, we not touched here the resistance from the higher highs, resistance trend line. Are we in a kind of an ascending channel scenario? It does look like a kind of ascending channel. So I would say that higher is possible. Once we do retest these highs, and it's also a big daily level. Why is it a daily level? Let me just zoom out here quickly and zoom in on the daily. We can see it's been a very much respected level. Okay, I think slightly higher. We could get a rejection from just below 1,700. $1,700 range, give or take $10 or so because of the volatility. But this is a very, very strong daily level right there, support that has been resistance. This is going to be the second touch, okay? So it's a kind of a risky short right there. If you're shorting this, not use too much capital, have good risk management, just take the loss, wait for that reaction at this $1,700 level. But it's very, very possible, not only because of the daily level and because of this resistance, it is also because of the higher highs resistance trend line, as you can see here on the chart. So you could get that wick up here and then a correction all the way down to the lows. It's very to the middle of the range. Okay, let me just get a channel here. It's not a perfect channel, it's almost an ascending wedge. Let me just quickly go here on the 1 hourly, zoom in and just analyze the situation. I mean, we are in an uptrend. Higher is likely. Damn it. Higher is likely looking at Ethereum. So let's create this channel. Right, channel right there. Yeah, higher is likely. We potentially going to get a big rejection at 1,700 if it is touched. If we do get that leg up, yeah, you might just get a bunch of liquidity from these highs, retest it, and this is potentially going to be a very good short. You will be likely to come to the middle of the channel. You can see that once you're in a kind of an uptrend, the price action, when it's at the top of the range or at the bottom of the range, it likes to go to the center. You go down, you're back to the center, you're up, you come back down to the center part, very, very likely. So you're looking for that, you're adding confluence right there. We do know that we do have a resistance trend line on Ethereum that in the next coming hours, it is round about 1,700, 1,720. Around that range. If it does manage to get that leg up, we've also got this resistance zone. We also got the daily level. Let's just take a look at VPVR here on the 4 hourly and see if there's much. Well, yeah, it's a kind of a value area high. You can see here the big volume spike. After 1,740, the volume goes down quite a lot. You've got a spike here, but there's a big gap in volume. So yeah, it is resistance really. Also looking at the VPVR, after 1,740, you have a quite big decrease in volume profile. This is also telling you that this is like the value area high from this range. You've got a value area low right there, where you actually got supported. And you could arguably discuss that this is the value area high from this range. Low and high, getting support, getting resistance. So you're adding confluence right there. This is why there's high probability in getting a short-term correction if you were to hit 1,700, 1,720. Yeah, that's what I can see here. That would be a potential short scalp on Ethereum. Wick up here to this level and get the rejection. Come to the center part of this ascending channel, ascending trend. Let me go through the comment section. Say hello to the bring the rising wedge on the DXY. Let's take a look at the DXY rising wedge scenario. We are seeing the DXY getting a little bit of a correction right now. Funny because I know a lot of people will say DXY is dumping. It's correcting from a massive uptrend. That's what it's doing. It's not dumping. It's correcting from a massive uptrend. Yeah, a rising wedge on the DXY. Let me just take a look at another chart here, because I've already got some stuff on my other chart. So DXY right there. I guess, is this the rising wedge? Is this the rising wedge? Right, you got big higher highs, higher lows, something like this. I guess this is the rising wedge. Looking at the 1 hourly chart, are we poised for a big correction on the DXY? This is probably going to give a little bit of pumpy action on Bitcoin. Just as, look at the insane correlation that there is on Bitcoin, Bitcoin and DXY. DXY dropping at this moment right now. It looks like that we can go lower. Very, very choppy action on the DXY. Very, very choppy action. You are breaking highs with, slightly any big momentum, right? You want to see big momentum, something like this when you're breaking out from a high. It's not this choppy action, because this is just telling me that, the ascending wedge scenario also, you are poised for a correction with this kind of price action. Now, this doesn't mean I'm bearish on the DXY for the next coming weeks. Absolutely not. But we could see a larger correction before continuing to the upside on the DXY. So, insane correlation when DXY dropping at this moment. Looking at the 15-minute, we can see Bitcoin having that pumpy action. Yeah, we're not having volume here on this pump. I am not interested in long in here, the retracement. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. If we're having this kind of price action, no. With no volume. Volume is gone. I want to see big volume, big price action and big volume. There is where I'm going to take the opportunity for that long position. I'm back. How many likes we at? And why so few? Says Seb. I don't know. Why are you guys not smashing the like button? Come on, guys. It only takes 2 seconds. Destroy the like button here for this interaction with the community. Taking a look at levels here on Bitcoin. Talking about crypto. Talking about the charts, technical analysis, trading. Smash up the like button. Come on, guys. It only takes a few seconds. I'm going to go scroll through the comment section right away. Ox the Doctor, hola Andy, Bufo, mirror on the wall, who got the best TA of all? Andy, el rey de la cripto jungla. Thank you, Bufo, for your insane support and those kind words. What is your target for Ethereum merge? Well, I think it's going to be bearish for Ethereum. What would be my target? I mean, I think at least retesting the lows here at $1,400. You might only that. Aren't we going to go lower? Potentially even the $1,000. These are the lows from June. Like I said, we're going to have massive hikes till inflation is back down at 2%. How long is this going to take? Is this going to take 6 months? It'll probably take a couple of years. I don't see a very, very strong economy, US or worldwide, Europe as well. This is probably going to affect the crypto market. So, leaning slightly bearish on that side. So if we do have any big relief pumps, I think we are going to come down and retest the lows at least once, okay? Who knows? The $800 range here, $900 lows that we did create might be the bottom or close to the bottom. Once we retest these lows, maybe it's going to be in a couple of weeks, maybe in a couple of months, we might get a bigger relief rally here on Ethereum, then come back down. I want to see a lot of sideways action and a lot of retest of the lows. But I would say for the merge, mid-September, end of September, I think we're very much possibly going to test the $1,000 range here on Ethereum. But I remember, you know, we could have big relief rallies during this bear market, okay, and people getting extremely excited. This doesn't mean if we do break $2,000 highs here and go to 2,200, you know, is this it? Are we going to go to much higher levels? Are we going to all-time high in the next coming months? Absolutely not. I do remember very, very well back in 2019 when we were bottoming out on Bitcoin. We had an insane rally going from $3,500 to $14,000 in less than 2 months. It was a huge, huge pump in just a matter of weeks. And, you know, this could very much happen. You know, Bitcoin to $30,000. It can happen easily in this bear market. A lot of people are in denial saying, yeah, Bitcoin's not going to $30,000. We're going straight down to 10K. I think it's very much possible to have a leg up to that $30,000 range or even slightly higher. And then potentially, you know, next year at some point have another decent correction, maybe dip slightly below this range, going to, you know, 15K, 13K, and then maybe having that recovery by end of 2023, part of 2024. This reminds me very much of a lot of people back in 2018 at this stage. A lot of people were calling for a $1,000 Bitcoin. It was absolutely crazy, the bearishness that there was here, saying we're going to create a kind of a bear flag and we're going to go to much lower levels, right? This is absolutely crazy. This consolidation is just going to break down. We're looking for $1,000 Bitcoin, and it was absolutely insane, the bearishness that there was. What happened in just about 2 months approximately? It absolutely exploded. We went from $3,500 range, which was the range here for several weeks, and then it just exploded. Then of course bear market continued, and we had C19 crash back in 2020. So there's going to be a lot of similar events here when you know, I don't think 10K level is going to happen anytime soon. There is higher probabilities in having bigger relief rallies before actually continuing down, in my personal opinion, okay? Anyway, just a little bit of a tip there, what I think. Just because, I mean, it doesn't mean something similar needs to happen. It doesn't mean something the same needs to happen on Bitcoin. We could actually go straight down from this level to around about, you know, 15, 12K level. It could happen. Right, guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Are we getting rejected from this $19,820 range? By the looks of things, it is. We are not managing to get above this level. It's big resistance, no big volume. It looks like that we're going to come down. We actually hit the 618. It was a shorting level. It was a shorting level. Why? I mean, it was big resistance and a quick little short right there in protect position. We are hitting there's larger volume to the downside here. And we are hitting the 618 from the highs to the lows right there. So you could arguably discuss, that this was a shorting level, especially when you are seeing the bulls not having enough power to break this resistance zone. Of course, it's a little bit of a, if you did kind of short this 19,820 range, I would protect position on this move down, because you are losing the lows. So the price action should continue to the downside, but if it doesn't, you're protected at least, right? You could get exposed to that big pump. Also, it was a big resistance zone right there, and the volume was going low, so you could have assumed that it was a nice shorting opportunity, and try and ride it all the way down. But yeah, let's see what happens. If you did short, I would protect positions. Ethereum at $1,700 already. Let's take a look at Ethereum right away. No, it's not. No, it's not. You are lying. It's not at 1,700, but I think it's going to be a big resistance zone. We got the high trend line here, as you can see on the chart. Looking for that. There's a lot of confluence here at 1,700, 1,720. Give or take those dollars, all right, for that volatility. But if it does have the leg up here, I think it's likely we're going to get that correction to retest the low range, the middle range, sorry, of the channel here. It's just very, very likely to happen. We've got a big resistance zone here. This, if it does happen in the next coming hours, we've got a few hours to potentially retest 1,700, 1,720, around that level. If we start getting those wicks, you are looking for that decent correction. DXY dumping, Bitcoin pumping. Yeah, no, DXY had a little bit of a correction. It's getting a little bit of a recovery right now. If we take a look at the 5-minute chart, it's just created a new high, just less than an hour ago. It created a new high. So it's aggressive. I mean, this is the thing. I even get confused with the people, because a lot of people saying DXY is bearish, ready for a correction, but it's in an uptrend despite we are creating an ascending wedge. We just created the new highs just less than an hour ago. There's no reason why to be bearish on the DXY. There's this kind of bearish pattern. Yes, you could be aware, but you are insanely in an uptrend here. This could go parabolic at any moment. We got this cup and handle scenario that we did talk about right there on the latest live streams. Resistance, round formation, resistance again. You have a descending channel. You break up and you finally break in the resistance range. I mean, we got a pretty decent projected move here, going all the way up to the 112, 113 range. Okay, I think that could happen maybe before the end of the week. I mean, I've seen these scenarios, ascending wedges in a bull trend, just break up and then just have that insane momentum. I think that is highly probable. What do you guys think? DXY will continue to pump, says Liberty Interest. Absolutely. DXY will continue to pump. The dollar is stronger than ever. You get 0.99 cents of a euro with $1 now. So euro is beneath the dollar, which is absolutely insane. US dollar is going up. It's all to do with Fed tightening its basic stuff. Yeah, I also think so. Chainlink is pumping. Come on, let's take a look at Chainlink right away. Yeah, I've got a huge bag of Chainlink that I rode all the way up. No, it's not pumping that much. I got all excited there with Chainlink because it was pumping. It's not pumping very much. DXY got no resistance up until 116. 116, I guess. This is also very true. DXY is at the moment, we do have an expansion also. All of this is a kind of an accumulation scenario right there. Oop, where this cup and handle. This also means that looking at Fibonacci expansion, you could have a projected move all the way to the 1.6. Okay, 1.618. The golden ratio. This is the expansion. Once you form a nice consolidation before breaking the highs again, this gives you a projected move also, and it looks like that we are on our way. We only just hit 110 today. We've been talking about this, cup and handle and projected move potentially on the DXY in the next coming days, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So I see the DXY hitting 111, even 113, which would be the projected move of this cup and handle. As you can see here, so it's got to be bearish for Bitcoin. Very, very likely. It's likely bearish for Bitcoin. If we take a look at, sometimes it's funny because these cup and handle patterns, they don't work anymore. That is old school technical analysis. People get wrecked trading these patterns. No, they very much still happen. You can see one right there on the DXY getting that resistance choppy action, retesting here this third time. So that is the cup and the handle, and then finally breaking up. This is what's happened right now. You get the cup, you get the handle, and you are finally breaking up. So momentum to the upside is likely. Lunk was pumped 420% in 16 hours. Lunar Classic pumped 420% in 16 hours. Are you serious? Absolutely crazy. We got the 4 hourly chart, so we can see, basically from yesterday approximately, let's see, 80% it pumped approximately. Let's go to the comment section. I could smash the like button 100x. I did it. Brilliant knowledge, says William. Thank you very much. If I could smash up the like button 100x. Thank you very much. Insane. Very, very nice to see people are actually appreciating the content. Absolutely phenomenal. 100x leverage that like button, says Barungs. Phenomenal. Dawid, hello, how are you doing? Right, let's take a look. Shall we take a look at some... Is Solana going down? Let's take a look at Solana here for Maravik on the chart. Let's see what Solana is up to. What is Solana doing? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? It's having a little bit of pumpy action here for the, the last couple of days. What we can see here, keeping it extremely simple, broke out from this uptrend, and now we are getting support here from this level. As you can see, we did get support from this range. If we do come up there, it's likely to be very strong resistance. One of the main reasons why, not only because of the big massive support that we do have there. This is the $34.6 where Solana did get a couple of bounces. One on the 26th of July, here on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd of August. So getting that nice consolidation support. We can see the price action here on Solana having some pretty aggressive volume, right? So once we were at this support at $34, volume is very low. We got a spike in volume on the breakdown. Volume is going, there is some spikes here on this kind of a small accumulation, consolidation, you would say. If we do retrace with this kind of volume all the way up here again to hit that, 34.50, we're only about $1 away. Just over $1 away. If we do start hitting that level and we have very low volume here, we get those multiple attempts, you are likely going to correct down, because volume is telling us that the bears are winning the battle. The bears are winning the battle, and we are likely to continue lower when we are having these retracements. So Solana, I would say, highest probability trade for me would be having a little bit of more pumpy action, waiting a little bit for a swing failure pattern, waiting for multiple attempts. That is the moment I know that the bulls are getting exhausted, especially if there's going to be low volume. And that is where you have high probability and having that roll down, okay, to retest the lows at $30 on Solana. I mean, it's a $4 move approximately. You might think that is nothing, but you know, using a bit of leverage, that is a 10-11% move here to the downside. So, you know, just with a bit of leverage, if you're using a 10x, you know, you're already making, you know, 100% gains on that move on Solana. Solana can be traded on Bybit, okay? Bybit is my favorite platform where I trade most of my cryptos. They have very, very low fees. They have an insane bonus if you sign up down below in the description of up to $4,550. I need to change the bonus. They added $100 on that bonus. It says 4,450, but it's 4,550. All right, you can go to the rewards hub and you have different windows, different tabs to claim the bonus. All right, you need to follow the different steps for that bonus claiming. Overall, DXY, what's going on? We're pumping or we dumping? DXY seems like it's got a pretty fast small recovery here from this drop. Not much. Higher is likely, guys. Higher is likely despite we are in an ascending wedge. Ascending wedge is an uptrend, so till that ascending wedge doesn't break down, you are moving up, right? If you think like that with common sense, and this is affecting Bitcoin, of course. I mean, this would have been it was a good shorting level right there. I was looking at the other side for a long. If we were to have that big breakout from this resistance zone, we've had a little bit of volatility. If we would have had that break up at the $19,820 with large volume, I would have been interested for a quick little scalp here to retest the highs. Now, why didn't you short it? You might ask yourself. Well, I was just looking for that long scenario at this range, you know, knowing that it was possible that we could have had that break up, looking at the 1 minute chart. But I'm doing the live stream, so I wasn't doing my full analysis at this moment, okay, concentrated for a trade. But it would have been a shorting opportunity. The reason why is you can see here on these attempts to break above 19,820, you're just only hitting 19,850 right there, 19,864. So there's not much pressure on these kind of small little breakouts. You're getting the bears, the bulls getting exhausted. The momentum is telling me that the selling pressure is higher than the buying pressure. So it would have been a potential scalp day trade right there, just at these highs. These are difficult trades, though. They are difficult trades. Anyway, just to let you know, a few things. I got my mod saying, "Hey, super chat, where is the super chat?" ADA for your ghosty mod. Let's take a look at ADA right away. ADA for your second strongest moderator, Jojo. ADA, please, for the community. Let's take a look at Cardano. Let's do a full analysis on Cardano. Shall we do a full analysis on Cardano? Smash up the like button for a full analysis on Cardano. Let's take a look at ADA right away. What's going on? There was no super chat, mods. Liars. Liars, your bum's on fire. Let's take a look at ADA. I haven't been answered, mate, says Prathmik. Let's take a look at ADA. Right, zoom out on ADA. See where we at. This has formed a kind of diamond pattern right there. We formed a diamond bottom pattern right here. Right? It's not the best looking one, but it is a diamond pattern. We've actually reached the projected move on this diamond bottom pattern. Now, what is going to happen right now with Cardano? Let's take a look at the resistance zone here on Cardano. Are we hitting resistance? We are getting choppy action. This is looking great. I mean, this is the kind of thing that I want to see for a short trade, especially when we're not having high volume on the pumpy action. So let's just see what kind of resistance levels we do have on Cardano. Let's go to the 4 hourly chart again. We can clearly see that the selling pressure has more momentum, right? We've got the volume has bigger, it's bigger the volume to the downside than to the upside. Now, quickly take a look at VPVR. There is a possibility that we will be coming back down to retest the lows. Let's take a look at resistance levels first on Cardano. But what I do not like about this spike on the volume profile, which is giving you all the volume traded since May. This is over 3 months. May, we've got beginning May, June, July, over 4 months at this moment. When you have a spike like this at the low range, this is usually a sign of accumulation. When you're getting these bounces, why are we bouncing from these levels? Ask yourself, why are we bouncing from these lows? The reason why we're bouncing from these lows is because smart money is buying at this range. It is not letting the price action break down from this level. This is the moment you get scared, they buy up at these levels. So, I mean, there is a possibility here that this is a small accumulation event right there. Immediate short term on Cardano, I would say that you are possibly going to come down to retest the lows again. You are very likely going to retest the lows. We are just hitting one. Let's take a look at the 1 hourly chart here. Zoom in. Zoom in on the 1 hourly. Take the VPVR out of the way 1 second and just take a look at respected levels. This area has been respected. We've got this support at 50 cents exactly, being respected. We can see the 50 cents right there. We've got 52 cents right there. Also a big major level. 52 cents seems like a decent level also. Let's take a look at a Fibonacci. From the highest point to the lows. Wow, we are hitting 50% Fibonacci to perfection. Getting that rejection from the highs of August to the lows of the end of August. We're getting that rejection from 50% Fibonacci. As you can see right there, to the exact cent here. So it's double topping out here, looking at the shorter time frames, right? I mean, maybe it looks like we are in a kind of an accumulation, but that doesn't mean that we cannot retest here below 42 cents again. It's very, very possible. I think it's even likely, especially when you're forming this kind of price action. Double top scenario on ADA. It actually formed a quick swing failure pattern here on the 1 hourly just a few hours ago. Now, the thing about this swing failure, you want to get in here at the top. How do I know I can get into a swing failure pattern at the top? There was 2 swing failure patterns coming down to retest this low area. On a swing failure pattern, looking at the 1 hourly time frame, right there, you know you got a low range here created. If you come back up and retest the highs and you fail, this is what has happened right there on ADA. This was a more of a difficult one a difficult swing failure pattern here. Why was it difficult? Because this 1 hourly candle closed all the way down here. This was an easiest swing failure because you can short at the very top of the range. You've retested this high and got the wick down. So you're knowing that you're just retesting the highs. It's a failed break up. It's a failed break up. So yeah, it was a pretty easy, no volume at all. Absolutely no volume at all here from this breakup. So you know that bullish momentum is getting insanely exhausted. You got time there. You got a whole hour almost to get inside of this range for a short and have a quick, your stop loss just needs to be above the wick. Where's your take profit area? Your take profit area is to the other side, right? So you can see this low, this low, this low. You would take profit at these lows, almost retesting the lows. So if you're shorting here, I mean, this is a 3-to-1 risk to reward trade right there. It just happened a few hours ago. And this was the easiest one because then this one, of course, this is a hard one because the 1 hourly close is all the way down here. When the 1 hourly closes at the top here, when you're getting that rejection, it's better because you can get at a very high point into a short position on the next hourly, as you can see. Stop loss above the wick, and you are aiming for the lows that you did create, okay, a few hours ago, which are these ones, right? Same here. If you are shorting the swing failure, which is a very, very hard one, you are aiming for these lows. You touch the lows. That is your target. At this moment, there is a high possibility on ADA. Where would be the next trade scenario? Okay, it's fun to see what has happened, but it's more important for me to know what has happened to explain it to you, right? This is good for explanations on the live stream, of course. So what could happen next? What would be your next major setup? If we did have a solid break above this range, I like this volume candle right there on the 1 hourly. It's a pretty decent volume. Well, we've got a lot of decent spikes here, which is absolutely crazy. But ideal scenario, this is proven to be a big resistance. What, the 50-cent level, 50 cent to 50, almost 51 cents, has proven to be a big resistance zone, right? So I know that this is resistance. What is that going to benefit me in the future for a potential trade? I know probably a lot of you will know it, and a lot of you won't know it, but this is a big resistance zone, the 50 cents. So how can I benefit here for trading? Well, it's simple, right? It's kind of simple. You either short it on these attempts, looking for that swing failure. We know it's a big resistance zone, okay? We know it's a big resistance. So you're looking for that swing failure, or you're looking for the breakout. Swing failure, you just need low volume and a 1 hourly candle wicking above the range and closing down again here. It's that is it. That is how you short these double top, triple tops, whatever you want to call them as well. Swing failure, you're waiting for that close below the highs. Or second option is, and I've showed you level to level, right? You're coming down to retest the lows, right? So you know this. If we do break above this 51 cent level with a high amount of volume, maybe hitting 52 to 53 cents. Inside of this range, you've got a potential day trade. If you do retrace with relatively low volume, all right, it's pretty hard here looking at the Coinbase chart, but lower volume than the breakout, you are likely to get this bounce from this large candle, this resistance zone, 50 cent level. It's a strong resistance level. We are hitting this level consistently for the last few days. 1, 2, 3. If you break it with large volume, you retrace it with low volume, you are likely that this level is going to get a pretty nice bounce. course, your stop loss could be relatively tight below this big candlestick here, round about the 49.5 cents. So you're entering here at round about, you know, if it does come down to $50, 50.8 cents, 50.7, looking for the highs to be claimed again, right? You are looking for the highs to be claimed on that retracement. So that would be the highest probability trade scenario. When you're moving out from this level, when you're moving out from the level, what would be the bearish case scenario trade? Bearish case scenario trade. Right, what I can see here, this major level right there, kind of a double top scenario. We've got this resistance turning into support. You are forming a double top scenario. If we break solidly here and come back up here quickly before continuing to the downside, because the projected move from this kind of double top level pattern is, the projected move is coming way lower. So I would go on ADA for that big volume breakout. If it's just choppy action with low volume, I'm not interested in trading it. I want to see those explosive moves to the upside or to the downside. If we had that explosive move down on ADA from this 48 cent level, it is, I will be looking for that movement with the high volume, that quick move up in that quick scalp position to retest the lows. Scalp day trade. I'm actually going to put an alarm here on ADA, one exactly at 51 cents, an alert at 51 cents, and another alert at 48.2 cents. Now, I have these levels. I know the analysis on ADA. I've done my analysis for ADA. It's going to probably be the next altcoin I'll probably trade. Once this alarm is hit, I will be getting a message on my phone. ADA has hit 51 cents. Okay, let's see what's happening. If it's a solid breakout, absolutely phenomenal. I will be setting another alarm down here for that retracement. When we have the retracement, I'll get an alarm. And if I see there is low volume and exhaustion, I will jump into that trade to enter, to retest the highs, basically. Right? So, I mean, this is a good thing about, you know, having your analysis, and you can trade with the phone. If you know your analysis and you remember your analysis, once that alarm is hit, and it might be in the next coming hours, it might be tomorrow, you are ready for that potential scenario. Racing Pixel, Mark Dutch, Scotty, Seb, thank you guys for the insane support. I've only got my moderators here talking in the comment section. What? Absolutely crazy. I entered along at 1,635 on Ethereum. What should be my take profit? Let's take a look at Ethereum. You longed Ethereum at 1,635. Wow, that was a very good long. That was a very good long position. I assume the reason why you longed was because of this volume strategy, right? When you are breaking a high level with high volume, you are retracing down. You know, I think you either traded this early this morning or you just got into this one a few hours ago because you knew that this is a big support level. I would prefer to long this at 1,635 than this one. This one is a little bit more risky. Why is it risky? Because you're already retesting it for the second time. You want to get into the first retest most of the times. Take profit zone is the highs. So I would say 1,680 approximately. You know, I would be taking profits right now. I like to take profits at the 618 actually a lot of the times. So if you're longing this support bounce, especially when you're creating this price action, stay cautious. I mean, if you're long in here, this is already a take profit and protect position. If you come back down to retest these lows, it is highly probable it's going to get broken after this kind of price action. So what you want to do, if you're long in this range, you protect it and take some profits. I would have taken more than 50% of profits if I would have longed this support level here. Why? Basically because of the 618 from the highs to the lows. You're hitting the 618 level here. As you can see right there, 618, you're just getting that choppy action from this drop. You are, at the risk of a low high right there. So yeah, stay cautious. Take profit and protect position. If you long that 1,635, this is potentially going to create a lower high here and come down and retest those levels that you longed. Right? So you're hitting 618 from the drop. You're hitting the point of control from the volume traded today inside of this range. Point of control is right there. You're just out of a resistance zone. So it's can we retest the highs and break it? Yes, but this is why you want to take profits and protect position. Take some profits. If you come up and retest the highs, you can take some more profits. That would be my brief explanation on Ethereum. Guys, who is Joseph? Thank you very much for joining the live stream. Hit the like, says Joseph. Guys, hit the like button. Remember, ADA can be traded on Bybit. It does look like that Bitcoin is potentially going to have a correction here. We can go quick into Bitcoin to close the live stream. Remember, you got an insane bonus on Bybit. On PrimeXBT also, you get 7% added to your deposit for trading power. You deposit $10,000, you're getting $700 on top of that to add to your buying power. Check out the tutorials, the bonus is down below. You need to use Andy50 as the promotion code here on PrimeXBT, so you get that 7% added to your margin. As I said, it looks like that we have a high possibility that Bitcoin is maybe going to retest the lows here of 19,670. It is very, very possible. Of course, would I jump into short right now? No. Why not? Because the shorting level was at the highest point of the resistance, right? Of the $1,820 range. I would have a position protected here, and I would try to ride the wave down. Not much to add, guys. I hope that was clear on ADA. ADA is going to give us potentially some very good opportunities once we break out from this zone. It looks pretty good. We can see some major opportunities on ADA in the next coming hours and days. I am potentially going to trade it. If I do trade it, I will let you know in the Telegram group. Thank you very much for joining the live stream. Check out Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news, technical analysis ideas that we do post here every single day. All information, free information down below. Join our socials, and I will see you in the next one.